think the trailer almost gives too much away. I mean, I knew that Freeman wasn't dead that first time. In fact, let's talk about the second time. Did anybody think that he was really dead? I mean, me and my friends spent the rest of the movie expecting him to turn up. I mean, the entire supposed impact of the speech about who's gonna sacrifice themselves. I also really didn't believe for a second that it was gonna turn out to be Bruce Willis, even if they made Freeman look like him, you know, with the hat and the coat. Either Mirren is a lousy shot, or she's really not trying to kill neither the FBI guys nor the Secret Service members. I mean, does she hit anyone? I'm thinking that she doesn't want to kill any of them. It was okay, the thing about Mirren shot the guy 3 times in the chest, and then we find out that was Brian Cox's character. But it just really didn't have any impact. None of the relationships in this really seemed to work. Not Parker and Willis, not Freeman and Willis, not Mirren and Cox. It had no dramatic weight, no pathos. Not to me. I wasn't entirely sure if the vice president died there at the end. I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter much. I mean, who in their right mind would actually vote for Dr. Doom? I mean, haven't we learned anything? Of course, to me, he's always going to be, you know, Cole Turner, Balthazar's human form. Best damn character on Charmed ever. I didn't even know he was going to be in this, and then I spotted his name at the very end of the opening credits, as far as cast goes, and the rest of the movie, I was just trying to spot him. It did kind of work that it turned out to not be him, you know, because he did seem kind of wimpy. Sorry, McMahon. Nothing personal. Please be in more movies. I want to see you in movies. You always seem to be in crappy movies. But it did have the negative side effect that the whole chasing down the vice president thing was completely unnecessary. The movie could have ended if they hadn't just left Dreyfus unconscious, but killed him. It was kind of nice with the whole, I'm the bad guy, you're the good guy thing. And I did get a kick out of his last 10 minutes on screen, with him grinning and just totally being supervillain. The fight between Urban and Willis was pretty awesome, and pretty funny, too. I just love that after it all, we find out that the whole point of Willis fighting him was to get the security badge. And, you know, him saying, oh, we can't crack this code, it changes every 6 hours, and then just kicking in the wall and readjusting so it opens. Right out of the comic book. The grenade stuff at the cargo containers was pretty good. You know, batting one back in the face of the guy. Also right out of the comic book. While it was cool enough that they were there and just shot all the bodyguards, the climax was kind of nothing. You know, Willis just walks up and smacks Dreyfus. And after all the action we've seen in the film, yeah. But it was kind of funny and unexpected. They just all come forth afterwards. I really like the reveal on her having been duct taped. That was pretty funny. I really liked that Malkovich actually came in handy. You know, he seems like just a paranoid, delusional guy, and then, you know, the first helicopter is, you know, writing down the number on it, and then the second helicopter, there's a helicopter, we're at an airport. No, it's the same helicopter, look! I didn't personally find it terribly funny how they were arguing about, wait, is that really a 7, is that really a 4? But it did kind of work with James Remar then walking up, I'll tell you what it is, and then and the thing with, I'm getting out the pig! And then at first it seems like it's just a stuffed animal, you know, and then later, open the pig, and then and there are guns inside. That's just great. Could they really not think of funnier jabs for the younger agents to call the retired ones than old man and grandpa? I like that the whole thing with the vice president was just chasing him to where they needed him to be. You know, it's not a bunch of unsuccessful assassination attempts. No, they just needed him to not take that one limo that they blew up. They needed him to take the one that Willis was driving. And we knew from the second that one showed up that that's Willis driving. I did kind of miss him for, you know, I mean, there's like 20 minutes where we don't see him there. When Mirren leaves the machine gun firing, I mean, we've seen that kind of thing before, but it still worked. I love that the CIA archives, the files, are ultra top secret, and yet they still black out almost all of the text. Why would you even bother archiving that? There's like the occasional word here and there. I like that Mirren was completely ready to take out Bruce, and that she also knew about Malkovich out in the bush. And the very first instance of action in this, when we first see the 3 assassins in the house, you know, Willis walks down the stairs, going, you know, probably going to the bathroom, getting up, old guy getting up in the middle of the night, going to the bathroom, and then these 3 top-trained guys, you know, walking behind him with their guns drawn, and they're just about to shoot, and where is he? And he's there behind them, and just takes them out with ease. And then he makes it seem like they're shooting in the house by heating up the bullets with the frying pan, and the rest of the guys just tear the place apart with their assault rifles as they walk in unison towards the building, firing constantly. Again, right out of a comic book. And no one shows up, by the way. No, not a single neighbor, you know, sticks his head out, hey, what's going on out there? Anyway, those are my thoughts on Red. Hope you enjoyed it.